Hi everyone. I'm Tisha Teller. I believe this video you're about to watch will make you to understand that marriage is like a garden. If you do not nurture it, weeds will grow, and someone else may take over your place as the gardener. Please listen and pay attention to this story and you will learn a lot. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, comment, like and share. Thank you. From Tisha Teller Studio. Enjoy.
I blamed my lazy wife. The golden sun hung low in the eastern sky, casting a soft glow over the town of Enugu. Birds chirped in the distance, their songs blending with the faint hum of life stirring in the neighborhood. I sat on the balcony of my two-story mansion, sipping a steaming cup of coffee, reflecting on the decisions that had brought me to this moment. I, Chijioke Okofor, had once been a man who believed in love. I had married Nneka, my wife, out of pure affection. She was beautiful, fair-skinned, with a figure that could make man weak. I loved her with all my heart and gave her everything she desired. But as time passed, I realized that beauty alone could not sustain a home. From the first year of our marriage, it became clear that Nneka was not the kind of woman who cared for domestic duties. She would wake up late, stretch lazily on the bed, and call the housemaid, Chism, to bring her breakfast in bed. I had employed Chism, a humble village girl, to assist in house chores, but soon she became more than just a helper. She became the backbone of my household. The housemaid who became a wife. Chism was everything Nneka was not. She would wake up before dawn, sweep the compound, cook my meals, bathe my children, and even arrange my clothes. At first, I thought she was merely fulfilling her duties, but over time, I saw dedication in her eyes. She did things with love and care, as though she were the true lady of the house. Nneka, on the other hand, lived as though she were a queen married to a servant. She never lifted a finger to help in the house. She left all responsibilities to Chism, cooking, cleaning, laundry, while she spent her time gossiping with friends or scrolling through her phone. I complained, I pleaded. I begged her to change. Nneka, my love, you need to take care of the home. Chism is just a maid, not the mother of our children, I told her one evening. She scoffed. That's why you hired her, isn't it? Let her do her job. Or should I break my nails cooking? That was the beginning of the cracks in our marriage. Months passed, and my heart grew colder toward Nneka. At the same time, I found myself drawn to Chism. She was young, respectful, and hardworking. Whenever I returned home from work, she was the first to greet me with a warm smile and a hot plate of food. She listened to me, cared for my needs, and, unlike Nneka, she never complained. One evening, as I entered my bedroom, I found it impeccably arranged, the sheets neatly tucked in, my clothes laid out, and a subtle scent of lavender filling the air. Who did this? I asked. Chism, one of my children answered. It hit me hard. My own wife had abandoned her duties, and another woman had stepped into to take care of me. It was inevitable I fell for Chism. A forbidden love that became unstoppable. At first, I fought my feelings. She was just a maid, wasn't she? But the heart is a wild thing. It loves where it finds warmth. As I stood in the kitchen watching Chism prepare my favorite meal, I reached out and touched her hand. She flinched, her eyes wide with shock. Oga, no. I can't, she stammered. You deserve better, Chism, I whispered. That was the night everything changed. It started with stolen glances, then soft whispers, and soon, we could no longer fight what was between us. I gave her my heart, and she, in return, gave me something I never got from my wife, peace. When Chism became pregnant, I knew I had to make a decision. Nneka had to leave. The fall of a wife who never tried. I didn't hide my love for Chism anymore. Nneka noticed the changes, how I no longer sought her attention, how I spent time with Chism, how I began discussing plans for the future without including her. One fateful evening, as we sat in the living room, I dropped the bombshell. Nneka, I want a divorce. She laughed bitterly, thinking I was joking. Divorce. Because of that maid. You want to throw away your wife for a common village girl, she spat. She is more than a maid, I said firmly. She is the woman who takes care of me and our children. She is the woman who does what you refuse to do. Neko's pride shattered in that moment. She knew, deep down, that she had failed as a wife. Tears welled up in her eyes, but it was too late. I had made my decision. The day she left the house, she cried bitterly. She had wasted years thinking that marriage was only about beauty and pleasure, forgetting that love needed care, effort, and responsibility. She regretted every lazy moment, every time she laughed while another woman carried her duties. As she walked out of the house, she looked back one last time, hoping I would change my mind. But I didn't. A new beginning. Chisem became my wife, not just in name, but in duty. She bore my child, loved my children, and made my home a place of joy. I never regretted my decision. As I sat on the balcony that morning, sipping my coffee, I watched Chisem in the garden, playing with our son. She looked up, caught my gaze, and smiled, the smile that told me I had made the right choice. Love is not just about feelings, it is about effort, care, and commitment. And sometimes, when a woman fails to be a wife, another woman steps in and takes her place. And that, my friend, is how I blamed my lazy wife. Lessons from the story. 1. Love alone is not enough. A successful marriage requires effort, care, and responsibility, not just love or physical attraction. 2. Neglect can destroy a home. When one partner abandons their responsibilities, someone else may step in to fill the gap. 3. Hard work and commitment matter. A woman's role in the home is crucial. A hardworking and dedicated wife strengthens her marriage, while laziness can weaken it. 4. Respect and appreciation keep love alive. When a husband feels ignored or unappreciated, his heart may drift towards someone who values him. 5. A housemaid is not a replacement for a wife. A maid can assist, but the primary responsibility of taking care of a husband and children should not be left to her alone. 6. Pride and laziness lead to regret. Neko's arrogance and refusal to change led to her downfall. She only realized her mistakes when it was too late. 7. Another woman can take your place. In a marriage, if a wife does not fulfill her role, another woman might step in and do it. 8. Marriage requires balance. The social life and personal interest should never take priority over family and home responsibilities. 9. Regret comes too late. Neko realized her mistakes only when she lost everything. It's important to cherish and nurture relationships before they break. 10. Men value care and respect. Beyond beauty, men seek emotional and physical care in a marriage. A woman who neglects these aspects risks losing her husband's love. Thank you and remain blessed.